A logo is a visual form of identification and an introduction to your customer or your client. Therefore, first impression is very important and it shows the essence of your brand and your company. In today's age, great news is you can create a professional looking logo for free at zero cost by yourself in Canva. Yes, and less hassle without any complicated software like Photoshop or Illustrator. Hello amazing people, welcome back to my channel. If you're first time here, my name is Lavalier, a freelance virtual assistant. In today's video, I'm going to show you 2 ways of creating a logo in Canva, along with relevant tips and pointers, as you can start designing too. The first one will be created by using a pre-made templates, and the second one will be created from a blank canvas. Let's begin now. Before we start designing a logo, there are 4 tips that I'd like to bring into your attention, as this is an important preparation task. Know that this prep task will assist you in keeping consistency for your branding purpose. Tip number 1. Find out what type of logos that you like to use in your brand. There are so many different types of logos available in the market. The best way to find an inspiration is to visit Pinterest.com, as it is a visual search engine, which is the second largest in the world after Google. Go to the search bar, type in logo or logo design, and you'll be directed into a new page. You'll get to see thousands or hundreds of logo images for your references. Screenshot or save any of the images that you like and use that as your design inspiration. Tip number 2. Understanding the color psychology and decide on a color scheme for your logo is mandatory. There are plenty of blogs related to this subject, so have a go and read 1 or 2 from your research. Which color that is mostly drawn to you and which color that's best describe your brand in general to the market and your customers. Rule of thumb, decide on minimum 2 and maximum 3 colors. Any more than 3 colors would complicate your branding. Tip number 3. Once you have come into a final conclusion and decision on which colors to go with your brand, you can visit this website called Colors.co. This website is a lifesaver whereby you can see all the latest colors or the trending colors palettes available. For example, let's say you choose violet as your first color and gray as a secondary color for your logo. The filter search will show you a great combination of the colors palettes to be used. Scroll along the color palettes display and see which one to go for. Each color group shows the hex color code. Copy or write it down, as you can apply this code easily on your Canva design later. Tip number 4. The fonts to be used on the logo is ultimately important. Well, Canva has a large library of free fonts and paid fonts to be used, and on its main website under the Learn section, there's a guide of font pairing information. Go and check it out if you'd like to know more, since it can assist you in your logo design later. Here, I'd like to feature Miss Diani, who is running a virtual assistant services based in Malaysia. She has a clean, minimalistic logo created in Canva, and in collaboration with her in this tutorial, she has chosen a new logo design which I've created for her business. I'll be using her choice of design to show you how it is done here in Canva. Now let's get started. Click on Create a Design and key in Logo. You'll be directed to the pre-made logo templates. Canva has differentiated types of logo in different categories based on industry, so feel free to scroll along and find the one that suits your brand. I'll be using a template under Attorney logo to match Miss Diani's business services. So here it is. And now let's go to File and tap on Show Ruler and then Show Guides. These are very useful that help users with accurate element placement on the canvas. Next, I'll just drag the ruler from the top to the bottom twice, like this, and again from left to right. So all the 4 corners are in the same dimension. Alright, looks great here. Now let's change the name of the business to Virtual Assistant Services by clicking on the text box. Alrighty. Following up, I'll be removing all the existing rectangular boxes here, and we'll be replacing it with 2 new squares for the word VA separately. Moving on, I'm adding a square shape at the top here, and let me readjust the size and position it neatly with alignment with the squares below. For convenience purpose, I'll just copy and paste the word V and move it to the top square so to keep the fonts consistent. Next up, I insert letters D, D-E-E, and let's adjust the letter spacing, making it wider as well as increasing the size of the font so all of the letters on top matches with the letters positioned below. Now I'm going to make some slight adjustment to the lower box by adjusting to each direction so the top and the bottom rows looks even. Following up, I'm changing the color of the lower squares, so tap on the color box here and key in the hex color code at the search box. This is 1 shade lighter than the existing purple that I'm currently using at the main background. As for the upper square, I'll apply the same color to the text words only, while changing the background color into a very light gray. Voila, now it's all done. The second logo design here is created from scratch with a simple square shape, 3 fonts on Canva, 3 different color schemes, and a vector icon generated from a third-party website. Let's jump into it right now. Back to the main Canva page. Here, I'll do a custom size of 500 x 500 pixel. Feel free to create a larger size, up to 1200 x 1200 pixel if you like. And here at the blank canvas, I'll start with a shape. So go to Element, Type Shapes, and select a square. Next, let's tap on Text and add a main heading on the first row for the brand name. Alrighty, now we repeat the same text heading again for the second row. Now I'll add in 1 more heading for a symbol, and let's start positioning it neatly. Moving on, let's change the font style into Oswald, as this is my preferred font for this logo. Feel free to try different fonts when it comes to creating your own logo. And now let's make some adjustment by increasing the font size. Alrighty, looks good here. Following up, I'll be removing the letter O and use the vector icon as a replacement to the letter. So head up to Uploads, under Images, and let me drag the vector icon into the design. Alrighty, now the vector image is in, so let me position all of the text and the symbols neatly with some adjustment. Well, if you like certain graphics, which is available outside Canva app, I suggest you to visit this website called vectorstore.com, whereby you get to browse and use the free and the paid version of the vector graphics available in this marketplace. I personally pay for this vector image of mine since it's within my budget, but you can certainly opt for the free royalty images for your logo too. Final step, let's change the background color. So tap on the color box and key in the hex code. For the second square box color, we'll go back to the color box again and tap in the next hex code color. And here we go. It's all done now. I hope you find this tutorial is useful and helpful for you. and you get a better and clearer direction on how to create your very first own logo in Canva, along with the tips and pointers included in the design. Thank you so much for watching till the end and up to this point. I appreciate if you can consider to subscribe, hit the like button or turn on the notification bell. If you have not seen any of my previous tutorial video, I'll link it up here so you can check it out at your convenience. See you in the next video, lovely people, and have a great week ahead. Signing out now.